What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Veteran and Rookie Podcast. This is your veteran banana speaking. And that is John the Rookie sipping on that Mountain Dew.
Unfortunately, that's what I'll be drinking.
All we had left from the 4th of July.
Yeah.
That's right. We're recording this Week 14 podcast, just kind of guessing what's going to go on in July.
That's crazy because that means that we would have to guess all wrong in the beginning and then guess how it went. And guess that, Aaron Rodgers is going to break his...
I guess we should just say some like outlandish stuff, like Joe Flacco is the lead or something for the Browns. That'd be crazy.
Wow. That would be crazy.
Well, recapping Week 14, we both went 9-6.
Woo! That's way
in our
better than I
pick'ems.
thought we were doing.
Yeah, you texted me last night and you were like, we both got 4 wins, didn't we? But we're tied right there. And the overall pick'em records updated now. I'm at 128-80, and you're at 123-85. I got 5 above you. You have 4 weeks to get less than 15 wrong.
It's doable.
Mathematically, yes.
No, because like 5 weeks, if I get, or 4 weeks, I can get 15 wrong. I mean, I just have to,
You have to go 12-4 all but 1 week and go 13-3 the other week.
4 isn't. I can do it. I can.
Your best.
I'm gonna biff this entire week and miss 9 games.
Your best is 11. Oh, you went 12-4 in week 2.
Oh gosh.
And your next best is 11-5. So
if I go 11-5 2 times and then
13-3.
13-3 and then for the last week I nail them.
Because the best any of us has done. I've also gone 12-4 one time. So
golly, we're bad at this.
We are very bad at this. I was talking even about last week's episode. At the end, we were like, "Yeah, Dolphins easy win," and then I said something about how, "Oh yeah, we always say it so confidently," and then the Dolphins lost.
Yeah, we went 0-2 on Monday night.
Yeah, that was a crazy, especially the Dolphins-Titans game. I mean, you know, I had fantasy implications writing on that game. I was down by a yard, essentially. It was 0.8. All I needed was Derrick Henry to get a yard. Titans score a touchdown. Of course, it's not Henry. And then Dolphins get the ball back, and I'm like, great. Now I'm not going to be able to do anything. You know, the Dolphins are just going to run out the rest of this clock, and I'm going to take the L. Instead, the Dolphins had the worst choke in 3 minutes in like a decade.
I didn't see the last of the game. I'd watched the beginning half, and I was like, I don't want to watch this.
27-14. Titans score with about 3 minutes left.
Yeah. Then
they get the stop, and then they go down and score again.
How'd they get a stop? Was it just like the
and they also fumbled. I think the Titans also fumbled twice in the fourth quarter and lost both those fumbles.
Wow.
And they still came back and won because Will Levis is goated like that.
I did see that one play from Will Levis, I think last week, where he threw a pick and then drilled the guy after he threw it to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was on Monday night. I think it was Ghetto Gronk posted the thing. Was like he folded Jalen Ramsey like a lawn chair.
That was insane. Jalen Ramsey was like upside down with his hand to the ground.
Yeah.
It was like he was getting like searched by TSA, but he was like upside down.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Will Levis owned him, and then we don't have to talk about the other Monday night game.
We do have to talk about it, though. The Giants just annihilated the Packers.
They won by 2.
They shouldn't have won.
Packers beat themselves.
Packers are not good. Jordan Love had 218 yards and a pick and a touchdown.
And kept overthrowing everybody.
And yeah, he didn't do that bad. He went 25 for 39. So
could have been better. Should have been better.
Yeah. And then
defense went full on prevent when, you know, you only have a 1-point lead. They're like, you know what? How about we let them get into field goal range? Why don't we?
That'd be kind of cool. I think they should do that.
Let's hope they miss an easy field goal.
They did not.
Nope.
Tommy DeVito is the reincarnated what's his name? Tom Brady.
Eli Manning?
Oh, Eli Manning, that's the guy. Yeah,
Tom Brady's dad.
Tom Brady's dad. That's his father. It's crazy how he came in and then the Giants started to suck less.
Mm-hmm. They've won 3 in a row.
They're not good, but they suck less.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been like extremely excellent or anything, but they've been better than they were with Danny Dimes, and they paid him $40 million. Interesting decision there for sure. They can pay Tommy DeVito. Did you see his agent?
I know,
He's
right?
like a mob
He's
boss.
just like full on leaning into it. I love it.
He's not leaning into it. I think he's just like that.
I guess so.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
So I'm digging it. You know, we've had a lot of fun backup quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
Tommy DeVito, Tayson Badgett, or what do we call him, Baguette?
Baguette.
There are a lot of good, just like undrafted quarterbacks.
And like journeyman quarterbacks too. Good stories with them.
Yeah, you got Gardner Minshew. You got, of course, Josh Dobbs, who got benched and will not be playing next week for the Vikings.
Who's going to be playing for the Vikings?
Nick Mullins, 49er legend. Browns legend in 2020.
I've heard of him for sure.
Yep, he was one of the quarterbacks. Still is.
Still is one of the
Still
quarterbacks.
out there. He's okay. I mean, I remember his first game with the Niners back in like 2017. He had a really good game. I was like, oh, this guy. And then he stayed a backup.
Good for him, man. Good for him. Well, the Vikings did end up winning that game, though, somehow.
Absolute barn burner. Too bad neither of us took that for lowest scoring game of the week. 3-0 final score there.
Yeah.
For Minnesota, I was really hoping for like a 0-0 tie.
That would have been sick. That would have been awesome.
See, the last time a game ended in 3-0, it was a Monday night game in like 2007 or 2008. It was Steelers-Dolphins, but it was, I think people call it like the Mud Bowl because it was just pouring rain. Like there was, the ball would get punted and it would hit the turf or the grass and just stay there.
That's crazy.
That's understandable that that's 3-0.
It is not,
This
however,
isn't a dome.
like the nicest stadium. This was at Vegas, right?
Yep.
Yeah, one of the nicest stadiums in the league, and it was not cold. And it was
Ideal
not
football
raining.
conditions.
Not for these people.
Nope.
I guess for the defenses, it was ideal, but
Sure.
they didn't even play that good. I mean,
The
it's
offense, Max Crosby was wreaking havoc for the Raiders, but
yeah.
outside of that, I was really hoping for at least a 0-0 overtime.
I love Max Crosby. Max Crosby's awesome.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that. What we did take for lowest scoring game of the week, we're both really bad at this game. I took Browns Jags. That was 31-27.
That's insane.
Joe Flacco is elite.
Elite.
He has, I think, 5 touchdowns over 500 yards in the 2 games he's played this year.
That's crazy.
Those are
MVP.
elite numbers. I think only one
MVP.
pick. So
MVP, I'm saying it.
pick him up in fantasy. He'll go win you a championship. It's very far-fetched, but my favorite scenario, my favorite outcome for this season, besides like the Packers winning the Super Bowl,
Not that.
is Joe Flacco taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
That'd be awesome.
I would love that. So 38 years old, wasn't even on a roster until like 2 weeks ago. And then,
He was on the Eagles and took them to the Super Bowl, right? Or is that?
no, you're thinking of Foles. Nick Foles, who is still a free agent. So
Hey.
someone go out and sign Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll take you to a Super Bowl. But
Yeah, the Vikings need you.
Joe Flacco, he's turning back the clock like it's 2012 again. And
It's insane. He was playing over a decade ago.
drafted in 2008, 23rd
That's
overall by the
crazy.
Baltimore Ravens.
That's crazy.
Browns legend Joe Flacco.
Yeah, what did I take for lowest scoring?
You
game?
took Patriots Steelers, which was supposed to be a slam dunk until the Patriots were like, we can score?
only in the first half.
But it was enough. Bailey Zappi, 3 touchdowns I think he had.
Yeah.
He had a good game. Mitchell Trubisky stays bad, and the Steelers lose to the Patriots. The 2-win Patriots after losing to the 2-win Cardinals the week before.
That's insane, guys. You did really well.
I'm actually really happy with this because, well, one, you got the Steelers with a win, or the Patriots, with a win, which means they have a worse draft pick,
Yeah.
which means hopefully they won't get someone good because I still don't like them.
Yeah.
But the Steelers with another loss means they're less likely to make the playoffs. And this is the team I really just don't want to see in the playoffs because they're boring.
I would also like to not see them in the playoffs because they have the same record now as the Bills.
Bills gotta beat them out for that wild card spot.
Which is insane because the Bills are like the fourth highest scoring team in the league, and the Steelers are dead last.
Yeah,
which is crazy. They have the same record. I am very sad. I did win that category for lowest scoring game, but it really should not have been a win for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was 39 points overall to your 58.
Yeah, we're bad at this. Speaking of those Buffalo Bills, you took Bills Chiefs for your game of the week. Nailed that one right there. Good game coming down to the end. Don't complain about the right calls. I'll say that about this. We've had so many bad calls this year.
If you're going to complain about something,
complain about the bad ones. Do not make a big deal about the right call, please. We already have enough issues.
Yeah, especially if you're a quarterback who does this for a living and like you're a full-grown adult. Like, stop crying.
And you already
about
get carried by the refs half the time anyway.
Yeah, you get carried by the refs. You won a Super Bowl because of them, and you got there in the first place because of them. And then you go cry about it when you had your team in that position anyway.
And the
That's
thing
your
is,
fault.
too, with the Packers game last week, you had the pass interference that wasn't called, which, I mean, it was pretty bad. It probably should have been pass interference. It definitely should have been. And Mahomes was like, you know what? It happens.
He just doesn't like losing to Josh Allen.
I guess because, like, I don't understand the difference between the Packers game and the Bills game. Because that was a worse no call than the call on the other one. I guess. I don't. Maybe it's because it's 2 weeks in a row or I don't know. But yeah, it was much worse the week before, and he was chill with it. So
he was out there for the one that got called on him, or like on.
Well, he was out there for the one that because it was pass interference on the defense that it should have been.
Oh,
because he was all over MVS.
I don't remember. Yeah.
And then MVS would have dropped it, but still, like, he didn't even have a chance because the DB was climbing on him.
Yeah, that one was pretty funny looking. Yeah, suck it up, Patrick Mahomes. You're probably still gonna win the Super Bowl. So,
also in my ideal scenario where Joe Flacco leads the Browns to the Super Bowl, the Broncos win the division.
I would love that.
They're only a game behind them, and they split games with the Chiefs too. So it's going to come down to divisional record, I think. Although I think the Chiefs will beat the Raiders and Chargers again, especially with Justin Herbert now out for the rest of the season.
Broncos got Lions and then Patriots. They could get that. They could get both of those.
They could get Lions. Lions are frauds.
Lions are, and then they have Chargers. That
out for the season, Herbert.
That could be good. Why am I doing it this way? This is the worst way to do it. And then they have Raiders.
That should be it.
They could win out.
Yeah, and then you just need the Chiefs to stumble one, maybe two more times, probably twice.
Chiefs are playing the Bengals and the Chargers. And the Chargers are not frisky.
Chargers are anti-frisky.
Anti-frisk. I think this is their bye week.
No, they've already had their bye.
Oh, I'm tripping.
No more teams on bye until the Niners and Ravens get them in the playoffs.
They're playing the Raiders, and
that's who they play next week, I think. Or no,
and
they play the Patriots.
Okay. They're not losing.
I'm rooting for the Patriots again this week.
They're not losing a game anymore.
Imagine the Chiefs fall to 8-6, or would they be 8-7?
They'd be 8-7, yeah.
Ooh, I would love to see that.
I would also love to see that.
Chiefs miss the playoffs.
That's not going to happen. They're going to win out, I think. Which is mad unfortunate. But speaking of...
Oh, well, let's cover the second half of game of the week there.
Yeah, I was about to say, speaking of good transitions into the game picks.
I took Eagles-Cowboys. We both said Cowboys win. Cowboys dominated.
Destroyed.
Philly hasn't won in Dallas in 6 years.
That's awesome. It's my favorite thing.
Kind of crazy. And Dallas, I mean, we're all saying, oh, they look so good against all these bad teams, and they go out and beat one of the best teams in the NFL pretty dominantly.
Eagles aren't.
I don't know. I was saying a couple weeks ago, like, if there was any year that they were them boys, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they'll run into the Niners in the playoffs anyway, but
the Niners are such a better team too.
Yeah.
The Niners defense.
But I feel like Dallas is kind of a close second, honestly. Looking at the other games this week, blowout of the week, we both took big fat L's.
Yeah.
You went Dolphins over Titans, and we were both like, boom, slam dunk. No. And then I was like, you know what, throwaway pick, Lions over Bears, because I just thought there was no way I was taking this category. I could have just taken something else, literally like a 1 point win.
You could have taken Jets over Texas.
I could have taken Bears over Lions.
You could have done that.
But no.
You could have taken Vikings over Raiders.
I could have. I took that as my upset, though, so... Raiders over Vikings,
Did
which it
not-
was very close.
It was close. It was a nail biter to the end of the game for sure.
My nails were bitten.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we both took L's on blowout of the week there. I already said I had Raiders over Vikings. Womp womp. And then you took Bucks over Falcons. Good pick. Baker Mayfield come up clutch at the end of the game.
Yes, sir.
Bucks are in front of this division, and I hope they stay there because I don't really want to see any of these teams in the playoffs. One of them's going to make it, and I would rather it be the Bucks than the Saints or Falcons
I would love to see the Creamsicles
in the playoffs.
in the playoffs. That'd be swell.
Losing by 30 to the Cowboys in the Creamsicles.
Oh, that'd be so cool. And the Cowboys with their
Actually, no, to the Eagles. Eagles would be a wild card team now.
Yeah, I think that those colors might go well together. Oh, with their like old-fashioned jerseys with the super bright green and the creamsicles. It could look good. It
Best
could also look
playoff blowout ever.
That'd be kind of cool.
And then finally, fantasy player of the week. It didn't go all your way this week, luckily, as I took Christian McCaffrey at 15.8 points. You had Keenan Allen 9.8, and he is injured. So rough go for your fantasy team. Both players on your fantasy team, so I appreciate it.
I'm going to freaking lose in the playoffs first round.
Rough go.
Indeed.
Let's see. Anything else from this past week? I mean, it was a good week of football, I dare say.
Yeah, it was good to watch. Didn't expect the Bengals to be still cooking, and
Jake Browning taking them to the Super Bowl. Let's go.
yeah, that's and the Ravens somehow
that would have been the pick for game of the week.
Yes.
Rams Ravens.
The Rams kept it close with the Ravens for a whole lot of that.
Mm-hmm. The Rams made the Ravens play their best football, and they did. OBJ is like a real guy. Like he's not just
he's a human.
He's not like a cute name that's like on the depth chart and it's like gets one target for one catch for 7 yards. Like he's a real player on this team.
Yeah, he's not just there for publicity. He's there for the football.
And I mean, if there was ever a time to kind of start getting rolling, it's now.
Yeah, I'd pick him up in fantasy.
Yeah, you might need him this week.
Yeah, well,
Ravens continue to look like the best team in the AFC, and after the Dolphins' loss, it looks like they're going to be getting that first round bye, especially with the Chiefs' loss and the Jags' loss. Everything's going the Ravens' way right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it goes better for them this time than last time when they got the first seed.
Oof,
rough go. How about the Jets?
How about
Zach Wilson with the game, probably the best game of his career. He had 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 27-36.
That's insane. CJ Stroud had 91 yards.
This game was 0-0 going into halftime also.
That's insane.
And then 30-6, just pure dominance from Zach Wilson's Jets.
That's crazy.
I wonder if part of it is Zach Wilson seems to have the what do I have to lose mentality. Because like he told someone on the sidelines or whatever, it's like, what are they going to do? Bench me again? Like,
yeah.
So he's just out there. He's just slinging it, and maybe he'll do enough to fool the Jets into bringing it back, and then he'll be terrible again.
That's funny.
Don't do it, New York. And a good game from Zach Wilson. Don't bring him back.
He had 2 of those this year now. He played better than Mahomes did.
He did.
Oh, it was so upsetting. I looked at the stats the other day for the Chiefs game, the Bills game. It's a Bills game. They had the same, almost exactly the same everything, except for Patrick Mahomes had a couple more yards, like 20 more.
Both with 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
Both 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Very similar pass.
23-42 for Allen, 25 of 43 for Mahomes.
I know, and Patrick Mahomes has only been played with yards and touchdowns twice in his career.
Really?
Yeah, including
That's insane.
Including playing Brady and Rodgers. And
he's never played Rodgers though.
Really? They never played?
They were supposed to have played 3 times now. 2019, Mahomes was hurt. 2021, Rodgers had COVID. And then this year, Rodgers got hurt. Well,
including other good people. I don't remember who it was.
We've been robbed of the State Farm Bowl 3 times, and I'm very upset.
That's funny. But yeah, I just wish that Josh Allen had outplayed him a little bit, but he did have more rushing yards, so it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of all I have to say about last week. It was
Broncos dominated the Chargers. Like we already said, Justin Herbert's out for the rest of the season now, which is unfortunate.
Which sucks even more for Keenan Allen if he gets healthy.
Yeah, Sutton is that guy, though, for Denver. This guy makes an insane touchdown catch every week.
It's crazy.
Like, and Russell Wilson is continuing to play well.
He's improving.
Mm-hmm. And going against the Lions. And if you look over the last, I don't know, month or so, every quarterback, even if they're just okay, has like the best game of the season against the Lions.
Yeah, their defense is doing the reverse of last year where they were really bad in the beginning and then got better.
Yeah, they were pretty solid in the beginning, and now they're terrible.
Yeah, they're not doing that good. Aiden Hutchinson's a fraud.
Yep. Easton Stick, quarterback for the Chargers the rest of the year.
That is one of the names I've heard.
Good luck to the former North Dakota State Bison. Let's see. Other games this week. Saints-Panthers happened. Blech.
Niners-Seahawks also happened, and predictably, Niners blew out the Seahawks and
dominated. Did you see the thing? So there was a big fight with DK Metcalf, and the Niners were like planning it. Basically, they were like, "Say something, just talk smack to him because he always like just will lose his temper on the field."
Yeah,
and so they triggered him, and they got him like I think ejected or something like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Metcalf's you gotta get yourself under control. You fast man.
He did the sign
season.
language. He was getting like the things.
Oh yeah,
but it didn't pay off because he's just getting super upset at players and getting ejected.
Don't worry, Seahawks. You have the Eagles next.
Yikes!
And then it's the end of your gauntlet because they had the Niners twice, the Cowboys, the Eagles. You end the season though with Titans, Steelers, Cardinals.
Probably.
So you might finish. You might finish above 500, maybe.
Perhaps the playoffs.
No,
they're
not going to make the playoffs.
Okay. What are they at right now? 6 and 7. They could
6 and 8, and then no,
they could make the playoffs.
I don't think they will. All right, let's jump into this next week. You pick first this week.
Golly, I forgot we were even doing this.
You forgot about the second half of the show.
Oh my goodness, I thought we were going home after this. I'm going to take game of the week.
Yeah,
Give me
you are.
Bills Cowboys.
2-time Super Bowl rematch right there.
Woo! We lost both times.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I'm so upset. I wasn't even alive.
But man, were you upset when those happened?
Man, was I upset when I heard about it 40 years later.
Yeah. This should be a really good game. It's in Buffalo, so they got that going for them. But, I mean, Cowboys, if you want to show us you're real, beat the Eagles, then beat the Bills the next week.
I'd prefer if they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Josh Allen, I mean, despite the struggles, he's still been really good this year. I feel like a lot of people a little bit of overlooking how good Josh Allen has been this year, honestly.
He would be the front runner for MVP without his picks.
Leads the league in touchdowns.
And almost lead the league in passes and passer rating, I think.
And he leads the league in passes to the other team.
He does.
So if he didn't have that, he'd probably win like 3 more games right now. And
He is peak in everything.
Yep. Josh Allen's the GOAT. He leads in everything. Every
Most touchdowns and passes to the defense and fumbles and rushing yards for a quarterback. He's like 5th or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's not leading that one, unfortunately. But he's good, guys, I promise.
He is. I still like Josh Allen despite the struggles or whatever.
He looked so innocent when he was going up to Patrick Mahomes. He was like, "Good game, buddy." And Patrick Mahomes was like, "That was a freaking terrible call. I hated that."
Yeah.
He was like,
Okay.
Oh, poor Josh Allen. He's like a little kid.
And then Travis Kelce was actually being like all chill about it. He was like, "That was the best play I've made that hasn't counted."
Yeah. I was seeing all sorts of memes about him and Taylor Swift again, and him being like a convict looking like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes is a big old crybaby, and I hope he loses out the rest of his career.
Never wins another game.
That's what I'd like.
Or at least never beats the Bills again.
That'd be cool.
They got to go to Buffalo sometime. It's always in Kansas City.
Yes.
He's never played in Buffalo.
Big time unfortunate. I'd love to see him in Buffalo just get blasted. Just get
Goes to
blown
Buffalo
out.
and wins by 30.
Oh, my goodness. I would...
Rough go. Give me Sunday Night Football, Ravens, Jags.
Yeah.
This should be a good one. Trevor Lawrence somehow played after a high ankle sprain against the Bengals.
I don't think he should have done that.
He played fine, though, too.
I think
was the thing,
it's aggravating it, and I think it can get hurt easier now, or something. I don't know.
But I'm assuming that means he's going to be playing this week, unless he did really aggravate it and it gets worse. But as far as I'm aware, he's playing this week.
Because that can show up after a game too.
Mm-hmm.
Just the pain and the irritation or whatever.
Well, hopefully for our sake, the viewers,
I'm a medical professional,
that it doesn't go like that, and he gets healthy and is better for this game against the Ravens, which is could be a playoff preview, perhaps. Ravens need this one to stay on top of the AFC. Jacksonville needs this one to stay on top of the South, to stay ahead of the Texans, who are right on their tails there. Luckily for Jacksonville, Houston got clapped by the Jets this week, so they didn't lose any room in that divisional race. But
yeah, we didn't really say anything about that. What the heck's he just got?
Yeah, he was not very good, and then he got a concussion. So there's actually we don't really know if he's even going to play this week against the Titans.
Is he okay?
Concussion, it's typical.
He's probably dead.
But yeah, Jags need this win. Ravens probably needed a little more to secure that top seed, and just not that I need the Ravens to show me they're real, but beat another good team.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Give me the biggest blowout this week.
I will give you that.
And I'm going to go with the 49ers over the Cardinals.
Okay, yeah.
Kyler Murray's there, so he might make things a little bit closer. Arizona coming off of a very late bye week. But 49ers are the best team in football.
Yes.
I think I can say that pretty confidently. Only behind, the only team that really be up there with them is the Ravens, who we get to see play on Christmas night, which I'm very excited about.
They play each other?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
For the first of 2 times this season before they play each other in the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
So that could be, I'm really excited for Christmas night.
I'm excited for the Super Bowl.
That should be a good one, yeah.
When it's the Texans and the
Texans and the Saints.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That'd be one of the Super Bowls. But yeah, I think the Niners will hopefully demolish the Cardinals. Now, do you dare take the Dolphins again this week? You've taken them the past 2 weeks. One time it worked, the other time it didn't.
I was also looking at Chiefs over Patriots, but it kind of scares me now because Patriots scored more than 10 points.
Mm-hmm, and they got a pretty solid defense.
Yeah, and the Chiefs just lost to the fraudulent Bills. So, yeah, I think, oh, man, that's – yeah, I'll go Dolphins over Jets. That's – yeah.
After Zach Wilson's, revenge tour taking place.
I don't feel great about it, but the Dolphins could crap the bed again and lose to a terrible team, and then the Jets could also pick it up again.
And then Aaron Rodgers comes back.
And they make the playoffs, and they
the
win
Jets with their 2% chance or whatever it is,
and then they win the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think
that's a good pick. Unless Zach Wilson can keep it up, and I don't trust him to do that.
Even if he can, I think the Dolphins just will drop games sometimes. I don't know why, but they'll just kind of suck for a little bit, and then they're fine the next week. So they usually pick it back up and then score 50
So hopefully it was this past week that they sucked, and they don't continue to do that.
I'm hoping so. And I like the Dolphins, even though I'm a Bills fan. I think the Dolphins are cute.
Kind of like how I think the Lions are cute.
I do like the Lions. I'm going to go to Fantasy Player of the Week.
Yep. Do you know where you're going in this category? I
do. I think I'm going to take Jalen Hurts.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Who'd you think I was taking?
I don't know. That's why I was asking you.
Oh, well, I think I'm going to take Jalen Hurts. Oh, but I might take A.J. Brown.
Ooh.
I'll go Hurts. I'm going to go Hurts.
Yep.
I think, like what you were saying, the Eagles are a way better team than the Seahawks, and I think the Seahawks are going to probably not make the playoffs, and this is going to be the start of a spiral, and then they're going to fire Pete Carroll, and then all.
I think they'd have to lose by 60 to fire Pete Carroll. I think, but yeah. Seahawks defense isn't very good. I guess we're not going to this game, huh?
No, I guess not.
We were talking about that at one point. Dang it, we don't get to see Drew Lock in person.
Dang it, man.
It stays on my bucket list. Got to check it off another time.
Yeah, we'll go to his house sometime.
Just break in.
No, like just like sneak in.
Oh, okay. That's different.
It is different.
For fantasy player of the week, give me Cooper Kupp. He went off last week against the Ravens. I think he had like 130 and a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, the thing with this Rams team though too is like they have games where like Cooper Kupp might only have 30 yards or something like that, and they still put up points. So they don't necessarily need him to, but like when he does, I mean, they almost beat one of the best teams in the NFL. And so I think this Rams team, I think they would be a fun team to make the playoffs, especially with that wide receiver duo there. Matthew Stafford's playing some great football. So
yeah, they're exciting now. They're fun to watch. They're definitely fun to watch. I don't think they're going to be very good, and I do think they're going to miss the playoffs. But
they've definitely improved as the season's gone on, I would say.
Yeah, they got Stafford's more healthy now, and Kupp's back, so that's cool.
And then, yeah, of course, you got Puka Nacua going off, and Kyron Williams has been. I mean, if you look at when the Rams went a little bit of a losing streak in the middle of the season, it was all games where Kyron Williams was injured.
Oh.
And he comes back, and boom, they start winning again. So he's been a very good running back for them. The Rams are one of those teams that like always seem to have a good running back, but they haven't really had a good one since Todd Gurley in like 2018. So maybe they're back in that good running back club.
Okay. Never mind.
You
just said that they had a good running back. They always seem to have a good running back, and they haven't had one since. How does that make sense?
What do you mean? Like,
you said they're always.
Well, I'm just saying I wasn't sure how good Kyron Williams was.
Okay.
And it's like, you know what? I think he's actually pretty good. More than just, a goal line back or something like that. He's the real deal.
Yeah, I think he's like a top 16 running back.
Yep. We'll see where we put him in the running back rankings in February or March or whatever.
Yeah.
Upset of the week. I'm going to go there next. Give me the Broncos over the fraudulent Detroit Lions.
Ugh.
Keep up your winning streak here, Denver. I mean, I guess it got broken against the Texans, but then back to their winning ways here against the Chargers this past week. And like I said, every quarterback just has their best game against Detroit. And so incoming Russell Wilson, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns as they destroy the Detroit Lions.
That'd be sick. I would love that. Actually, no. Why?
Neither of us like the Broncos.
No. Dang it. I dropped my facade for a second. I hate the Broncos, and I hope the Lions win. Okay, everything's right now.
There we go.
I hope the Bucks win over the Packers.
I don't want that to happen.
But they're both 7 and 6 or 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And it's at Green Bay, so they're favored.
Yep.
And I think the Bucks are better. Bucks are going to win this game.
No, they're not.
They are going to win this game, and it's going to be a huge upset, and everyone's going to be so upset at Lambeau Field, and it's going to be deadly silent when Baker Mayfield throws a 70-yard bomb, and it's not even your guy. It's like a backup receiver that gets it, so you don't even get points. And then
I have a bye this week.
Oh,
because I'm first place in fantasy like that by 2 games.
Well, then it is your guy.
No.
Yeah, and then they win by 1 point as the field goal gets kicked, and then it's deadly quiet in Lambeau Field, and then everybody just goes home and cries.
Man, good thing we're wrong most of the time.
Yeah, but you're thinking they win, so one of us still will be wrong. So I'll be right in the world, but
we'll see.
Are you gonna pick the Bucks?
No.
Well, then yeah, one of us is gonna be wrong. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be you.
It's not gonna be me though.
Where are you going for lowest scoring game?
Oh golly, gee whiz! You know what? That Chargers Raiders game is looking mighty fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking it's looking bad.
Yeah, as in like not very many points. As in 0 points for the Raiders last week.
Oh my goodness! And 6 points for the Chargers 2 weeks ago, and 7 this week.
Oh man, and that was with Herbert.
Oh my goodness, what are they doing?
My back-to-back losses for the Raiders, 3-0.
Golly! And then I'm also looking at Steelers Colts, but the Colts just put up 14 points, and that's more than I think that the Raiders and Chargers will put up combined. So I'm gonna go Raiders and Chargers. The Steelers defense is stopping the other team from scoring. I'm not going to say that they're good, but like,
well, unless the other quarterback is Bailey Zappi.
Unless it's Bailey Zappi, then he just walks all over them.
Yep.
Steelers do have to stay above 500 though. That's the rule.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be worse, so they probably will pick up.
It's
this
not
game.
allowed. They have to win.
Yeah.
They have to be at least, at 500.
Yes.
Lowest scoring game. I do have Steelers Colts on my board there, and I'll take it.
Did you have Chargers Raiders on? Or Chargers.
Yeah,
Raiders?
it was down there. I mean, I also had a few random ones like Giants Saints or Falcons Panthers, because I mean it's always like the most random game that finishes lowest scoring. Neither of us predicted Vikings Raiders or Chargers Patriots.
Well, how could you though?
It's
out of like 16
so
games now.
I was like, if those games aren't there, I'm just gonna be throwing a dart just blindly towards the Saints and Giants, because I can see that being 15-13 or something like that.
Yeah, I think. Well, the Giants have been picking it up though, winning streak. I think they could probably put 28 points on the on the Saints.
Mm-hmm. I do hope the Colts win this game though, because I like Gardner Minshew.
Yeah,
my spirit animal.
Yeah, spirit animal Gardner Minshew. Pick'ems. It is time for pick'ems.
Lead us.
I will lead us. Chargers Raiders. What do you think?
Monday night or Thursday night football right here. Another great Thursday night showdown between Easton Stick and Aiden O'Connell.
Gosh.
Am I selling you on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably look at the score every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
I'm gonna go Charger. Well, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go
Put
Raiders.
your faith in a guy named Stick.
I'm gonna go Raiders.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Max Crosby. You guys need to pull up
Yep.
to the. I love Max.
Khalil Mack for the Chargers though.
Yeah, he's been really good.
Raiders legend.
I think Max Crosby's gonna sack that backup quarterback though.
Man, they traded away Khalil Mack before they had Crosby. Imagine they had Khalil Mack still and Max Crosby. That'd be insane.
Sick. That'd be so cool.
Raiders would have gotten closer to winning a playoff game by now.
The Raiders would probably have won last week.
I mean, Chargers have Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, and it doesn't matter. So
it doesn't matter because Joey Bosa's always hurt.
Yeah, but even when he is healthy, they still lose.
He's minute almost.
What we got next?
We got Vikings Bengals. Ew.
Give me Browning and the Bengals
That's
over
so true.
Nick Mullins, who's starting this week for the Vikings.
Yeah, it could be good. It could be better than the Astronaut.
Could be better than 3-0.
Could be.
But yeah, I mean, Browning looks good.
Yeah.
He was a guy who never took a snap. He actually started his career with the Vikings as a backup quarterback there. So,
revenge game.
Jake Browning revenge game. Here we go.
Big time revenge for getting benched.
For not even making the team.
For not making. Steelers Colts.
I want the Colts to win this game. I just don't trust them. I mean, we were talking about last week. I was like, oh, they're on a 4-game winning streak, but it's Panthers, Patriots, Bucks, Titans. And you're like, does that even count?
No.
No, as soon as they play a real team like the Bengals, they fold. Not saying that the Steelers are necessarily a real team, but they have been winning games. So
fold like Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Steelers.
I'm taking the Steelers as well.
Unfortunately.
Broncos, Lions. Ooh, baby.
Give me Denver in the upset. Lions are 5.5-point favorites.
I will take the Lions. I think if they do wear the right outfits, they could look pretty cute this game.
If they were, what kind of jerseys do you want them to wear?
Just something really pretty with sparkles on it.
Like their glitter uniforms?
That'd be cool. Giants, Saints. You okay?
No, it's just the glitter uniforms. You're a goose.
Yeah.
Giants do have a 3-game winning streak, but also does it count? It's Commanders, Patriots, Packers.
But the Saints have more than 0 wins, so does that even compute? Is that true?
I'm gonna go Saints. They're 6-point favorites in this one, though.
Really?
I think it should be closer than that. I mean, there's only one game that separates these two teams. Giants are 5-8. Saints are 6-7.
I'm gonna go Giants.
I like it. Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito is gonna be out there with his mob boss.
Yeah, he
agent
is.
And his crime syndicate family, just blocking off a whole section, and just it'd be sick.
And they take out Derek Carr with a sniper.
And then they're gonna bomb the whole field like in Dark Knight Rises, and if they lose, so
Yep. Better let Tommy win.
yeah, it's gonna be great at the end of the game. Bears, Browns, the mid orange teams.
I was thinking about taking this as a potential upset, but I didn't, and I think Joe Flacco stays elite. Give me Cleveland.
And their defense stays pretty decent. I'm also take Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, Browns were on like a historical type pace with their defense beginning of the year. Not so much now. They're still really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's also really tough to keep up over an entire season.
Sure is. Falcons, Panthers, yucky.
Yeah, a yucky Falcons win though.
Yucky Falcons were in those dirty birds.
They are those dirty birds.
Is that dirty birds? Is that
They're
Falcons?
they're literally the dirty birds.
Okay.
Yes.
I was just making because there's like 8 bird teams and I can't keep track of all their bum phrases.
Like Ravens flock.
Oh, that's so stupid. What Ravens? What is it?
Ravens
it?
flock.
That's,
yeah. Falcons and your dirty bird rise up. You know, fly Eagles fly, or
that one's okay.
I don't know, probably go Cardinals or something. I don't know.
Let's go Cardinals. Yeah. Bucks. Bucks Packers.
Give me Green Bay.
Give me the Bucks
in a blowout victory.
In a very close win.
They reminded Baker Mayfield of the last time he was in Lambeau Field, throwing 4 interceptions on Christmas.
Dude, that's awesome. What a Baker Mayfield thing to do.
Good Christmas. Thank you,
Baker Mayfield has to be one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Jets.
Wow, you can't even speak after. You're speechless.
Jets Dolphins.
Yeah, Miami gets the win, I think, here, unless Zach Wilson continues his masterclass.
It's just flashbacks of last week. Yep, Miami.
Yep, definitely, for sure.
Definitely.
See,
Miami.
I gotta, just put a little cautionary thing next to my picks or whatever. It's like I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tentatively pick Miami in a blowout.
I'm gonna pick them to win by 30, but barely.
Just barely win by 30. I mean, it could flip flop either way. They could lose by 3, or they could.
Yeah, if Zach Wilson keeps playing like a future Hall of Famer.
Chiefs.
Chiefs Patriots.
Chiefs Patriots.
Patrick Mahomes is so bad. This game got flexed out of Monday Night Football.
Let's go.
Give me the Chiefs in a very close game. It could go either way. Honestly, it's a coin flip.
Mm-hmm. I am tentatively.
I'm not confident about any pick anymore.
I'm tentatively picking the Chiefs, although I don't want them to win because they're probably going to win the rest of their games.
Go Patriots.
Go Patriots, go. Is that their saying?
Yep.
The Dirty Patriots?
Dirty Pats.
What is their saying?
I don't know. Probably like America or something. Cause,
what's the Bills saying? I have no idea.
Their fans are called the Bills Mafia.
Yeah, I guess that's something.
You're a mafia. Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, but Tommy DeVito's
he's part of the real mafia. He's not part of some Bills Mafia.
They're both New York teams.
They are.
Texans, Titans.
I'm going to go Tennessee.
I am too. Titans just kind of folded.
Titans haven't lost at home yet this season.
Or Texans folded last
folded.
week, and the
Titans folded Jalen Ramsey.
Well, that was all Will Levis. That was not the Titans. Yeah. He did that on his own.
But he's the leader of this Titans team, which has not lost at home all season, while C.J. Stroud is questionable to play, which means Davis Mills.
Yeah, I hope they put Will Levis out there on like linebacker, and he just trucks Davis Mills. That'd be sick.
Hopkins closing in on 1,000 yards. He needs 102 more to stay in the league.
I think he'll get it. with these next 4 games.
He's been really good the last couple of weeks.
I know. I'm proud
Look what
of him.
happens when you throw the ball to a future Hall of Famer.
That's so true. You should do it more.
Come on, William.
Just throw it to him more. Like he's open.
Bill
85.
Levis. I'm going to call him Bill.
Oh, my gosh. I watch these like routes and stuff, and you'll see it like pan out, and you see him like cut across the field, and he's like butt naked. Like the safeties are like over top, but he's like right there with like a big window, and then Will Levis is like, "How about the defense instead?"
Yep, unless it's the last 3 minutes of the game.
And then he's literally just almost as good as Patrick Mahomes. I love how everyone's. It's so annoying. Oh, it's just like. Wow, that play was very Patrick Mahomes-esque. It's like he's not Peyton Manning. He's not out of the league yet. He's not that good. Stop talking.
Mm-hmm. Everyone is almost as good as Patrick Mahomes.
They're almost on that tier of normal Patrick Mahomes when they're at their total, utter peak.
There was one talk show that was talking about this past game against the Bills and how Mahomes was like, man, he just handled it perfectly.
He just handled that loss perfectly, and I do think it was a terrible call on that one.
Oh, my goodness. They got to be...
They gotta
be doing it for the clicks or something. Like,
I wonder.
There's no way they actually think that, right?
Probably. Remember what was that guy who was like, can the Chiefs go 20-0 without or
Tyreek Hill?
No, they were like, What's their new defensive Trent Williams? Not new. They just signed him.
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones, that's the guy. Trent Williams is on the Niners. But the guy who got it tatted on him, 20-0, never a doubt.
Oh, that guy, yeah. Nick Wright.
Nick Wright is so special, Ed.
I think all the talk shows. I think most of the crazy stuff that they say it for the clicks, and it works.
I don't think
because look at us, we're talking about him now.
Yeah, we're talking about him, but we're not glazing like they do. They're like, he's the best. Whatever.
Next game,
indeed. Talking about Trent Williams, Niners, Cardinals.
Blowout here for San Francisco. Please.
Gigantic.
I mean, if they lose this game, I'm never going to be confident about a pick again.
Oh, man. I don't know who I'm a fan of right now.
Oh, man.
We'll trace it.
Yeah.
We'll trace it. We'll let you guys know.
Your fair weather fandom.
My fair weather fandom goes from team
You got
to team.
them on the edge of their seat wondering who you're a fan of now.
The seat. Yes. Commies. Or we're both taking Niners.
Yes. 49ers.
Commies, Rams. What do we think?
Well, the Rams just played one of the best teams in the NFL pretty close. They beat an elite Joe Flacco the week before.
Elite.
Mm-hmm. And, with Kyron Williams back, who apparently, as we've discussed earlier, is a good running back.
True.
I think the Rams might be able to win this game, and I'm going to take them.
I think so, too. And I think Sam Howell's probably going to throw them 4 picks.
And 512 yards.
And 512 yards with 1 touchdown. Because
Mm-hmm.
he has, no touchdowns, but he's balling out with the yards.
18 touchdowns.
Well, that's, comparatively.
14 picks, though.
Yeah.
He's coming for you, Josh Allen.
Oh, no, man. That's ours. We'll show him in this Cowboys game. Speaking of Cowboys-Bills, this is going to be a good game. And
I think it is,
and it's going to not be in primetime, but Ravens-Jags in primetime. I mean,
I don't think there's really any bad primetime games. We'll get to them, though, when we get there.
We will.
Actually, Thursday night's bad, but that doesn't get flexed.
That's normal.
I'm going to take the Bills in this one, though. It's in Buffalo. If it was in Dallas, I'd probably take the Cowboys. But I'm going to go with the Bills here. They're, playing some good football against the Chiefs, and hopefully they continue that and keep their season alive.
You know what, though? He's going to make the record one more pick six.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna give it to him.
But then he's gonna get burnt for 83 yards on the next play.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Because Stephon Diggs is gonna go out there, and his brother's not even.
We won't even get to see Diggs v. Diggs.
Yeah, it's a bit upsetting, but Diggs is gonna be on the sideline. He's gonna be like, "Oh, thanks, man," and afterwards and stuff.
And he's gonna be like, "You should leave the Bills."
He should leave the Bills and come over here, and then he's gonna
go overthrown by Dak instead.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know how your quarterback leads the league in picks this year? Our guy did it last year.
Yeah, he's better than you.
He did it first.
He was fair. Man, Diggs and Patrick Mahomes should start a crybaby club and just complain about everything.
Yeah,
they should be on the same team.
You want to trade Diggs to the Chiefs?
No.
And then you can get Kadarius Toney.
Oh, trade Patrick Mahomes to the Bill.
Be Josh Allen's number 1 receiver.
Oh my golly gee whiz. I'm taking Bills as well. Ravens, Jaguars.
Sunday night football. This should be a really good game. I'm actually really looking forward to this one.
We're waiting all day for Sunday night.
Oh, yeah. Carrie Underwood said it best. Give me Baltimore.
Yeah, give me Baltimore. That's it's Baltimore for
They
sure.
continue to roll.
Eagles, Seahawks closing out the week on Monday night.
You see, Philly always struggles against Seattle.
Yes.
Especially in Seattle where this game is going to be played.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the Eagles still, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Seahawks win.
If they win this, they could go on a winning streak. They could make the playoffs.
It's possible.
Because their schedule, we just talked about it a couple minutes ago, it's not the worst.
Well, they're 6-7, just like the Bucks, Rams, Packers, Falcons, and Saints.
They could take that 7 spot from the Packers or Saints.
Yep. Yeah, Packers are currently that 7 spot.
I really, really do not want an NFC South team in there, and we're already going to get one. I don't want...
Yeah, don't let another one in there. I'd rather have, obviously, the Packers or the Rams or the Seahawks.
Or anybody else, really. I mean, just not 2 teams from that division. Please. Please. I do like the Bucs, though. I'd like the Bucs to make it.
You are going Philly with your 1 pick?
I am going to
Okay.
go Philly there, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's it for the week, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. We never say that enough.
You guys are the best.
Thanks, guys.
Share the podcast if you enjoyed it. If you know someone who might also enjoy the pod, and let us know how we can make it better. If you get any ideas for improvements or anything like that, we're down to hear it.
We are always open to suggestions.
We always need improvement.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye. I love you.